The Atlantic's editor-in-chief wrote that he was inadvertently added to a group chat with the nation's top security advisors and leaders that detailed U.S. plans to conduct airstrikes in Yemen against the Houthis. What are your thoughts here from a cybersecurity expert?
Definitely mixed thoughts on this topic. Signal is really a best-in-class app for secure and encrypted messaging. And, according to the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, it's actually pre-installed on government laptops and phones. So, it's kind of to be seen whether the communication there was on personal devices, government devices, all of that back and forth. But I think that in terms of inadvertently adding a journalist, certainly unprecedented. And there's just a lot that we need to continue to kind of learn here. I know that there's a meeting on the Hill in progress right now on what happened, why it happened, and we'll learn a lot from that. And just a final thought is that I worked in the government under the Bush administration, and a lot of the policies and the laws in this space have to do with the classification of the information and protecting that information. So the administration has stated that there was no classified information in the exchange, which I think will have to be, fully vetted by the Intelligence Committee and by the Director of National Intelligence. But that would really kind of drive, I think, whether the administration ran afoul of anything.
I guess my question to you is, as the cybersecurity expert, you're not as concerned that Signal was used. You're more concerned that the journalist was inadvertently added, plus that this type of classified, sensitive information was shared on this app, or it's not even the app, it's just that he was added.
I think it's, as a cybersecurity expert, it's that he was added. I don't personally have issues with the Signal app. My philosophy is that everything is hacked or will be hacked. If there's a motivated adversary on one end of if there's a motivated adversary on one side of the equation, they're going to find a way to get in. And it doesn't matter if it's Signal, WhatsApp, Telegram, iMessage, an adversary is going to get in. It doesn't also matter if it's a kind of a highly classified system in the government. Those can also be infiltrated, obviously a lot harder for an adversary. So I do think it comes down to the information and how we're trained to share information and where we're sharing it.
The White House, the Trump administration, National Security Advisor Michael Waltz himself said that they're still trying to figure out how exactly Jeffrey Goldberg, that journalist from The Atlantic, was added to the chat. According to the screenshot, it says Michael Waltz added you to the chat. Is there any way he could have been nefariously added to this chat, or based on Signal, based on what you know of Signal, Michael Waltz himself or whoever was using his account had to add him?
That's a really intelligent question. And, from my experience with Signal, Michael Waltz would have had to have added him. The logging is pretty good on Signal. So I do think that that account is, Michael Waltz's true account is the one that would have added the journalist.